The longest-running cinematic universe in history of film has just gotten a little longer. Yes, the Cheersverse, which has connections all the way back to I Love Lucy and the Dick Van Dyke Show, has just added 2 new series to the roster. And those series being FBI Most Wanted and FBI. The other day, April 2nd, episode of FBI appeared, which had a character, a cop from Chicago PD, which is a part of this larger universe. We start off the Cheersverse, obviously, with Cheers, which had a spinoff called Frasier, and also called Tortellis. The Cheersverse also connected to the show, or Cheers, not the Cheersverse, sorry, the John Lithgow Show. Cheers was also connected to a show called Caroline in the City. Caroline in the City connected to a show called Single Guys and Friends. Friends had a spinoff called Joey, but Friends also connected to How I Met Your Mother, with Central Perk appearing in How I Met Your Mother. That's the coffee shop they go to in Friends, if you don't know. And all these things are characters from the other shows appear. There's one that goes actually into the further details on the original video, but warning, it is bad audio. Caroline in the City connected to the Dick Van Dyke Show, which itself connected to Mad About You, which was connected to Seinfeld. Kramer lived in, or the guy in Mad About You lived in Kramer's apartment before Kramer moved in. But the Dick Van Dyke Show connected to I Love Lucy. It was also connected to the Andy Griffith Show. This was also, no, sorry, not the Dick Van Dyke Show. The Danny Thomas Show was connected to I Love Lucy and the Andy Griffith Show. The Danny Thomas Show was also connected to the Joey Bishop Show and the Bill Donna Show, which was connected to Make Room for Daddy. The Bill Donna Show was connected to Get Smart. And it was also connected to Batman 66. Batman 66 was connected to Wonder Woman, or Wonder Woman 77 as it was renamed. Wonder Woman was connected to the Bionic Woman, which was a spinoff of the $6 Million Man, so those 2 shows are obviously been added into it. I didn't know about this Wonder Woman edition until after I made the original video. But Batman connects to the Green Hornet, Hogan's Heroes, Dark Shadows, the movie Fantastic Voyages, or Voyage, Lost in Space, with the Joker having their ship, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is spin-off The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., My Favorite Martian, and the A-Team, with the Man from U.N.C.L.E. connects to My Favorite Martian and the A-Team because they all have the same bad guys. The evil force which the Man from U.N.C.L.E. was attacking also wanted to take Uncle Martin, and the A-Team teamed up with U.N.C.L.E., but the guy from U.N.C.L.E. was retired. Wings is connected to Cheers, which is also connected to a show called Saint Elsewhere, and Saint Elsewhere is connected to Law and Order, the original. But Law and Order spun off to Special Victims Unit, or SVU, Criminal Intent, Trial by Jury, Los Angeles, True Crime, Exiled, Homicide, and the UK. SVU connects to the Chicago stories, which is Fire, Med, PD, and Justice. And now, and Los Angeles Law and Order's Criminal Intent connects to the French show Joe, and the last episode, the female detective in Law and Order, that Criminal Intent, appeared on Joe. But now, Chicago connects to FBI and FBI Most Wanted. A Forgotten Branch, which is the Andy Griffith Show, connects to Mayberry RFD, its spinoff, and Gomer Pyle, UMC. Gomer Pyle connects to Hee Haw and Green Acres. Green Acres connects to Beverly Hillbillies and Petticoat Junction. And that is the Cheersverse. All these different shows and movies, stretching back from when TV was first getting started in the black and white days, going across the pond to the UK, and still going to this day, and even stretching out into comics. Because Batman 66 storylines are supposed to be canon to that universe, as well as his two movies. It's not like his appearances like in Brave and the Bold and that kind of stuff. So his crossover with Wonder Woman is canon to that universe, and her things with her with Bionic Girl are connected, so those count. That's why the comics count for those things. So, have you seen all of the Cheersverse? Did you even know this thing existed? Do you not even care? No one else watched the last video. It only got 8 views in 1 year. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. And how long do you think this universe can last?
Forget the Arrowverse and the MCU. This is the longest cinematic universe, I believe, in history. And it is television and film. First, we start to link off with the show Cheers. This show had 2 spin-offs, Frasier and the Tortellis. I think I'm saying that right. Cheers connects to a show called The John Lork Show, with Norm appearing in the episode John's Lucky Day. Then we go over to a show called Caroline in the City, which connects to Cheers from the character of Frasier, also from the show Frasier, but that also connects to Friends because the Cheers episode is episode 4 of season 1. But the episode with Chandler Bing in it, as well as a character from a show called Single Guys, named Jonathan Elliott, is episode 6. This same show, Caroline in the City, connects to the Dick Van Dyke Show of episode 1, or season 1, episode 14, where Vic and Stella appear. The Dick Van Dyke Show connects to a show called The Danny Thomas Show in episode 11, in season 11, episode 4, where Buddy appears in the episode. The Danny Thomas Show connects to the Andy Griffith Show because in the episode Danny meets Andy Griffith, more to talk about the Andy Griffith Show. Danny Thomas Show also connects to the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour, aka the I Love Lucy Show. They changed the name of the last season for some weird reason, called The Lucy Book. The Danny Thomas Show had a spin-off called The Joey Bishop Show. Joey Bishop Show connects to The Bill Donna Show. Danny appears in the of season 2, episode 2, and the Bill Dana Show is a spin-off of Make Room for Daddy. The Bill Dana Show connects to Get Smart with Don Adams playing the hotel detective. That's a predecessor of Max Smart. The Bill Dana Show also connects to Batman 66, the episode Why Egg Foes in Gotham. That leads to Batman 66. Batman 66 connects to the Linda Carter Wonder Woman series from the new comics that are out. Batman 66 also connects to the Green Hornet with 2 episodes, A Piece of the Action and Batman Satisfaction, but also with their comics. Batman 66 connects to the series Hogan's Heroes with Colonel Klink living in Gotham after the war. Episode, It's How You Play the Game. Batman 66 connects to the show, the soap opera Dark Shadows. The character Egghead appears in both TV series. Batman 66 connects to the movie Fantastic Voyage. Clayface appears in both, the character. Batman 66, Lost in Space. It connects to that. The Jupiter 2 had a saucer design that appeared in the episode of Batman, the Joker's Flying Saucer. Its designs appears in Joker has them. He stole them. Batman 66 connects to the series The Man from U.N.C.L.E. in a comic event. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. connects to the series My Favorite Martian, with the evil organization Crush appearing in both. The A-Team episodes, They Say Uncle Affair, stars Robert Voig as a retired Uncle agent, aka Napoleon Solo. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. has a spin-off called The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. Dick Van Dyke, since we go back to that show, connects to a show called Mad About You. Carl Reiner appears as Alan Brady, and even won an Outstanding Primetime Emmy Award for his guest appearance of this show. Cheers characters also appear on the show called Wings. Cliff Clavin, Frasier and Lilith Crane, Rebecca Howe, and Roz Doyle. Cheers had crossovers with Saint Elsewhere, and that was connected to Law and Order. Law and Order had multiple spin-offs called Law and Order Special Victims Unit, Law and Order Criminal Intent, Law and Order Trial by Jury, Law and Order Los Angeles, Law and Order True Crimes, Exiled, a Law and Order movie, Homicide, Life on the Streets, and Law and Order UK. All of these series are connected within the same Law and Order universe, which is also connected to the rest of this. Law and Order Special Victims Unit connects to both Chicago PD and Justice, which is also connected to Fire and Med. Philip Winchester appears as Peter Stone in both Chicago PD and Chicago Justice. Law and Order Criminal Intent connects to a French series called Joe. In the last episode, Olivia Duabo plays her character, Nicole Wallace. Kramer appears in an episode about Mad About You that connects Seinfeld to this whole series. Kramer talks to Paul, the character from Mad About You, and apparently he lived in Kramer's old apartment. How I Met Your Mother is connected to Friends, with Central Perk being in it. The Andy Griffith Show had spin-offs, Mayberry RFD, Gomer Pyle USMC. Gomer Pyle appeared in Hee Haw in multiple times. Mayberry RFD was connected to Green Acres, the Beverly Hillbillies. They were all considered the same by CBS, all as one series, and they canceled them when they canceled it, called The Rural Purge. Beverly Hillbillies and Green Acres are connected to Petticoat Junction. Whoops, almost forgot that Friends had a spin-off called Joey. So now, all in all, there are 53 series and movies making up this, what I am calling the Cheers-verse. Technically, it probably did start with Dick Van Dyke or I Love Lucy, but as Cheers was the one that started off the chain reaction of this, that's why I'm dubbing it the Cheers-verse. So, what did you think of the Cheers-verse? Did you know any of this? Or did you know all of it? Comment down below and have a good one.